I hope that this peanut butter is still good. I'm gonna have a little bit of peanut butter in that. We've got basically the, I'm plugged into the phone. The dome over there, I've got most of the things on it now. We'll go over and take a closer look. The sunset's almost ready. It's getting there. I feel like I'm churning butter. Oh my goodness. Hope the heat didn't ruin it. I don't think it did. So most of the day I spent resting, but I did get the aluminum on, like I said, and some more since the last video that I showed on the dome. Where the greenhouse is, I do need to put, of course, fill the dirt bags. I'm trying to think of how tall or high I want it and how tall or high I should do it. I'm also not liking the location. Now I'm thinking, I don't know if you can see, now I'm thinking, do you see that mountain range over there? There. That one? I'm thinking about going closer over there because I know there is a very beautiful view over there. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking about doing. But then I would have to extend the driveway and that would be more aggregate eventually. But I love this spot too. But before I throw on the earth bags, maybe I'll walk it tonight. We'll see, because the sun's going down. We're going to get a beautiful sunset here. Tour time. Let's do it. Every time I do that, the wind kicks up. Okay, so now for the tour. I want to do a little bit more closer up than I did in the last video. If you want to see a little bit of the build and a little bit about this dome, you can see my last video. In this one I wanted to show, I put the aluminum tape over the zip ties that are holding the pies on, the pie cans, and the pie tins right here. It comes through the whole hub and hooks onto the back. We'll see how this method works. I did leave the back of these open and just aluminum on top because I wanted to see the color of the stripe of the beam, and I'm going to be spray painting the inside with a paint to help with the UV protection if any light or heat can penetrate those beams from the inside. But I'll be spraying them with like a nice green, and I think it'll be fine with some shade covering. We'll see, because on the inside it'll have shade covering for the plants. It will have plastic on the outside for humidity, and this is a double hub, so I can also put double layer of plastic to keep things warmer in the wintertime. And that's kind of the plan with it. I'm not convinced about the location. So now that it's up, I've noticed as I'm walking around the property that it can be seen from everywhere. Well, of course it can, because I don't have my trees in yet. I do plan on putting a lot of desert and native friendly trees, but also I'm going to go all the way to all the trees that probably used to be in this region. But there's a lady down, anyway, over the border that's done a whole 10-acre food forest, and that was part of my inspiration. Even though it's colder here, I'm high desert. I did look into it. I spent many years looking into it, and that's what we're going to be experimenting with. This channel, The Impromptu Life, is basically Artettina, is all about making and creating. And you'll see my art videos, and even if you are interested in looking at some of my art, because it really helps me out. It's what made all of this possible, is the people who've collected from me and the generosity of the it means a lot to me. And there'll be links in the descriptions. I usually try to always put links to my platforms in there. That is basically that. I actually think it looks pretty awesome. I kind of get this Marsy vibe from it. I think it looks amazing with the landscape. It's just, I don't know. I just kind of thought, do I want to be back further on the land and have even more trees, be more in the middle of it? Because I thought that I was in the middle, if not further back, and now I'm convinced I may have measured wrong. I just kind of walked through that area when I first got out here. And then when I walked through that area, I was like, oh my gosh, it feels amazing here. I don't know, you know how you just walk around lounging and you're less like this, there's just something about a certain spot. So I went with that rather than what my initial whole idea I think was, but I'll do my measurements. I think I might be closer to spot on than I was. And as you could see, I did a circular driveway. I always wanted a circular driveway. It'll be much easier for trucks to come through, or if I'm having something dropped off, or it's just so much easier pulling out than and everything. So, and then plus you'll see what I'm pointing at in a lot of this is where I want to put some trees, which will help with that whole look. And you might be wondering about the driveway. I did the driveway this way on purpose. I did the driveway this way to look more like a river and to be of a much more natural shape to the landscape. And I really like that when you're driving down it, you see where the sunset is, you quite literally are riding off into the sunset if you were to leave at sunset. But what I'm pointing to here are the washes on either side that I'm going to probably be putting in some half moons off of those to try and encourage, because you can't really see it in the video, but as you're driving, the land tilts one way or tilts the other. It's kind of in the center or up on a higher part of the land. And so I'm waiting. The heavy rains, I hope, will be coming, should be coming, and I need to see what this land does. So I did my best to plan out the driveway. Also, I really just wanted it shaped more like a river, so that's why it's not a straight in driveway. Oh, bunny tracks. I believe that is a rabbit. Let me know what you think. I believe those are rabbit tracks. We'll see if we can find some other tracks. And I'm always on the lookout and always looking over my shoulders to see if there's a coyote. There has been recorded people who've seen, I believe there's some kind of wolf coyote or something like that. There's a coyote, there's cats. I do know the cougar has been seen. I saw videos, a lady in Walmart showed me, she was such a sweetheart, showed me videos that were caught. Now it's a few mountain ranges over, but I have heard of this where jaguars make it all the way up into here. So, and I don't know, those I might even been up further, up the mountain ranges. So, and then here there's another push off to this side. Again, I'm hoping to actually use that and for some drainage and some trapping as much moisture as possible, like with the half moons, to green the area and just really get that water, as much water as the land can capture, instead of it just washing off and causing more desertification. I don't know if you guys, although this is grassy up here, you can see clear patches where the wind and the weather and just the lack of rain, like normally you would have enough bush out here and enough trees in the, a long time ago, you would have enough trees to keep the storage or the understory or the grasses and stuff in the shade and keep it dry. But so I want to return it to its major glory of the Wild West. Wasn't always like this exactly, it's a bit more barren. But yeah, this part over here, when I start putting trees in here, it's gonna or back into here, it's gonna look pretty amazing. I love it. But this has been like this for quite a while, and which I kind of liked about the land, that it was actually protected and has been protected here for a while. So I want to enhance it. I just want it to be as a natural state as possible and in its full glory of many trees and all the plants that live here. Oh, I just did that because I was pointing out I would like to it kind of goes down a little bit over there, and I just wonder if I want to be further back in there. I just really like the spot that I'm in now too, so it's kind of really, I'm probably going to have to walk the land again and do some more measurements just to make sure, but at the same time, I'm kind of on a crunch. I would just really like to, I'm actually only in a small square footage of space looking for some more tracks. Oh, there's me tracks. But I want to leave almost all of the land space. I'm going to do little paths and stuff, but so I can take care of the land and use it. But it's just all going to be, I'm going to be naturally grown back. But you see how you can see my dome back there? I didn't like that. Like, I'm still pretty far away from it. And even back further, that's probably what I was pointing at there, is you can see it. And again, I kind of think it looks cool, but at the same time, and I think once the trees are in, it's not going to be that big a deal, but I want to keep this looking as wild and organic. I will be doing the chop and drop, just very thick. And I'm going to start at the small area first and just let it kind of expand out, but very thick bush. That's not even the right way to put it. The thick food forest method. There's another name for it. Multi-layering growing, because all the plants talk to each other and all the plants need each other. When they get this sparse and the sun gets really harsh and the wind gets really harsh, it's just very hard on the environment. And I know that will attract quite a bit of wildlife as well. I'm going to try to leave all the wildlife intact as I can, and I am going to be putting up a perimeter for me, which is, okay guys, this is my yard. You stay out there. Don't eat my dogs. Don't eat my... But don't eat my cats. But and then I will be eventually putting a wildlife friendly fence around the other part of the perimeter, and that's mostly to keep the place secure. Yeah, so to keep the place and the plants secure. So, and keep me secure too. I mean, you can tell it's a very long driveway when you're walking it, but when you're driving, you realize you're really not that far back in the property. And it just, I don't know, when I'm driving down it, I'm like, I don't like seeing the dome so quickly. I think it's because I picture everything with the trees and the bushes and the flowering trees and all, and all the things going in. And I think I just have to be patient. I believe that this is the right spot. Like, I've walked around a bit and it's just quite a lot of walking. I'm totally exhausted today. I spent a lot of the day relaxing. And these trees in here, I will be trimming these mesquites back so they'll be much taller, like the mesquite up in the right corner. See if you can see that one. Oh, I don't know what I'm looking. And then most of the driveway is 20 feet across at least. Some of it's a little bit like 30. But yeah, it was I just really appreciated the help in that last push, because I didn't make it very far down the driveway before I'm like, I'm doing all this by hand? Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, I did not. I did get some help, and sometimes it's a great thing to get help to complete your dreams. I mean, yeah, it's been wonderful. And even the father of my children, I think it's been very helpful that he's given me a place, and so that I can save every penny that I could save. And there it is, though. And see, the trees will be taller, but I'm going to go about 3 feet taller on that dome. I'm going to be putting in a little base because I can't just put plastic on it. This has become one of my new favorite things to do at night, is I lay here in the back of the car. The sun's going down. And last night I started, get this focused, because at nighttime you can still, like when it gets really kind of hazy, or you can still see, so it's not pitch black. You can look through the binoculars, and it's really cool just to see. I'm waiting to see if I can pick some deer out, because I know I saw some deer tracks back there. It'd be even really cool to see a fox. I know I've already seen a coyote on the road, but yeah, so it's just kind of a fun way to relax at night. It's, to me, better than TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and you can see my work links in the description below.